Elections don't disappoint Nigerians, and GE urges INEC, security agencies, others.
In video message, Buhari urges more patience on Naira redesign, canvasses votes for Tinubu.
Article to Nigerians, the voting Tinubu is moving from fire pan to fire. Join forces to save Nigeria, Article COA campaign committee tells electorate.
NIPC moves to improve national attractiveness. FDI engages diplomatic community.
Election Tech Group faults Ocean Tribunal judgment, validates Beaver's reality.
While in sports, Rashford now hottest striker in Europe.
3 SELs by Aqua United in first half goals ahead.
Tiger Woods has learnt nothing from his mistakes, says Michael Johnson.
Mixed fortunes for Eagles in Europe. Under 20 Eagles in Egypt for African title, says captain. These and many more after this break. Good morning and welcome to another edition of Headlines Today, 20th February 2023. My name is Urushola Egbedofo, and with me in the house is
Olubunmi Ajiboye Agbuola.
President Muhammadu Buhari has told Nigerians that he is fully aware that some policies of government which he said are meant to bring overall improvement to the country have caused hardship, and appealed for further patience as the government takes appropriate measures to his help. His appeal is contained in a video recording sent on Sunday from Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, where he is currently attending the African Union Summit. The president called on traditional rulers, religious leaders, and parents to warn their followers and wards not to allow themselves to be used by a few to form in trouble. Buhari, according to him, the APC standard bearer is reliable, and he knows he will build on achievement.
The presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Senator Bola Tinubu, has solicited 25% of votes from the Anambra State electorate in Saturday election. He said the votes will serve as a reminder of his earlier promise of making the state an industrial hub for the Southeast if given the opportunity to succeed President Muhammadu Buhari. He solicited the support of the people through the state coordinator of APC Presidential Campaign Council, Senator Chuba Kadibu, on Saturday in Awka during the inauguration of 8,326 ward agents and canvassers to actualize the 25% vote target in the state.
President Muhammadu Buhari has called on African Union member countries to strengthen early warning systems to rein in conflicts in the continent. He has also implored all AU member states to ratify the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement. According to a statement issued on Sunday by the Senior Special Assistant to the President, Media and Publicity, Mr. Garba Shehu, these were contained in Nigeria's positions and interventions as convened by the President during separate meetings at the ongoing 36th AU Summit in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. The statement explains that the summit, which is meeting with the theme acceleration of the African Continent Free Trade Area implementation, was a key by President Buhari, emphasized that it had fully embraced the spirit of FEFTA, having signed, ratified, and deposited African Union Commission. He said in the slide, President Buhari urged all member states, AUC, and the Secretariat of AFCFTA to continue supporting the implementation of the AFCFTA agreement.
The Nigerian Economic Summit Group has said that the failure of deposit money banks to meet growing demand for cash implies that the banking system is unprepared for a cashless economy. NESG, in a document it released titled Nigeria Small and Medium Enterprises, which are the backbone of the private sector-driven economy. It said time spent attempting to obtain new notes disrupt economic possible when cash is not in hand and when economic agents are not receptive to e-payments and bank transfers. He therefore said the failure of deposit money banks to meet the growing demands of cash suggests that the banking system, given the existing technology, is unprepared for a sudden transition from the old naira notes to the new ones or to a cashless economy.
Want to comply with Supreme Court order, 10 governors, 2 deputies in closed-door meeting with APC National Chairman. El-Rufai directs ministries agencies to accept payment in old new currency. Your view on this topic, and the number to line is 0816-142-7036. 0816-142-7036. Yobosa Wagrame at the end of a standing committee meeting in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital. The umbrella of all editors in Nigeria said Nigerians desire that their votes will count and expect free, fair, and credible elections devoid of violence. The editors also called on the electoral body to ensure that the secrecy of ballots by ensuring that its cubicles are noted, the important role of the security agencies in achieving free, fair, and credible elections, urging them to be unbiased and ensure that voters are able to exercise their franchise freely in a peaceful atmosphere devoid of intimidation.
Always a leader. Thinking of where to get qualitative education for your child? Think of Global Leaders Academy. Our creche, nursery, primary, and secondary schools are established in tandem with global standards with qualified and experienced teachers. At Global Leaders Academy, we have state-of-the-art facilities such as comfortable hostel accommodation with maximum security, well-equipped science laboratory, school buses, adequately furnished library, religion. We also take our students for excursion on a regular basis. These and many more reasons are why Global Leaders Academy has been a choice school for parents who desire qualitative education for their children. Visit us today at Global Leaders Academy.
Naira swap policy, APC. Welcome.
Well, the policy is good. That's why rushing. Whatever reason, we don't need to rush. And the court has spoken. This is lack of respect to the constitutional authority. This rushing system is not beneficial to the economy. It has brought hunger, has increased hardship. We should maintain
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Yes, good morning. My name is Aru
Yes.
Olawi. We just wanted to raise the sound. The working committee of APC have tried their best. It is not meant for the president and the secretary of no, the business have paralyzed. All business. So the president and the central bank government try to do something fast Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The National Working Attendance, the APC, NWC, 12 governors and 2 deputy governors. Reading the resolution of the meeting, the APC national chairman said that the leadership of the party and the governors asked the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, to prevail on the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, to comply with the February 8 interim injunction of the Supreme Court restraining the CBN and the federal government from implementing the February 10 deadline. The Supreme Court had temporarily restrained the federal government from banning the use of the old Naira note from February.
The Nigerian Customs Service Kebbi State Command has in the last 2 weeks impounded goods worth 91.5 million naira from smugglers in Kebbi State, just as the new controller of the command has sent warning signals to smugglers that tough time awaits them this year. And Ben Oramulogo said the law gives customs the power to seize goods improperly imported into the country.
Operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency have intercepted consignment of illicit drugs including cocaine, methamphetamine, Saudi Arabia, New Zealand and Cyprus at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos and Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, and some Korea companies. At least 3 traders are the trade fair complex in Ojo area of Lagos. Christopher Francis and Donatus have also been arrested in connection with attempt to export 52.10 kilograms of ephedrine, a precursor chemical and active ingredient for the production of methamphetamine, concealed in bunches of fishing threads and packed among other items in jumbo sacks that were intercepted at the Sako export shed of the Lagos airport on January 31st and February 1st. An NDLA statement on Sunday said it took the painstaking efforts of NDLA officers and deployment of sniper dogs to be able to destroy the complex mode of concealment of the illicit substance.
Operatives of the Anambra State Police Command on Sunday killed 5 gunmen believed to be members of a group that is bent on disrupting the general elections in the southeast. The gang is alleged to be working for a breakaway member of the indigenous people of Biafra, Simon Ekpa, who resides in Finland. The group has bombed the area command of the BD police station in Idemili local government area some days back and other facilities in the state, including the Office of the Independent National Electoral Commission at Yala. It was gathered that the mission of the gang is to create fear in the southeast in order to cause voter apathy during the election. Speaking to reporters on the foiled attack on the police divisional headquarters at Igwele Ezunaka in Oyi local government area on Sunday, a resident of a 3-3 area said there was heavy shooting at about 5 o'clock in the morning and the hoodlums were shouting, "No election in Biafra land."
A total of 14 vehicles on Sunday crashed on the Kara Bridge on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway at different locations in time. The State Sector Commander of the Federal Road Safety Corps, Ahmed Umar, in the statement issued by spokesperson for the command, Florence Opera, said the first crash involving 5 vehicles occurred at about 3:45 a.m. and involved 14 people. Umar said only 2 persons were injured in the accident, while others escaped unharmed. He attributed the cause of the accident to excessive speed and brake failure.
Christian leaders have expressed disappointment over the inability of President Muhammadu Buhari to keep to his promise of securing the release of a Christian girl, Leah Sharibu, who was abducted in Yobe State 5 years ago. In February 2018, about 110 girls were kidnapped from the Government Girls Science and Technology College, Dapchi, Yobe State by the Boko Haram terrorist group. It was reported that the other girls were released afterwards, while Sharibu was not released for reportedly refusing to denounce Christianity during a special prayer event organized at the Church of Christ in Nations, Abuja, to mark the 5th anniversary of her abduction. The president the President, Christian Association of Nigeria, Archbishop Daniel Oko, said Leah has become Christians a symbol of courage and faith in the face of severe persecution. Oko, who was represented by Reverend Dr. Gideon Paramalam, said the Christian community had made several appeals both to our captors and the federal government to ensure a safe return, all to no avail.
In natural sports, Nigeria's under-20 team, the Flying Eagles, have stated that their target is to qualify for the World Cup and win the under-20 African Cup of Nations in Egypt. The Flying Eagles are in Egypt for the under-20 AFCON. Aside from the glory of winning the trophy, the competition also serves as the qualification process for the World Cup later in May this year. Nigeria has won the competition 7 times and they will be looking to make it 8 in Egypt. The team was camped in Morocco for a week where they played 2 friendly games against Congo Brazzaville and Kwabab Athletic under-20, which they won. The Flying Eagles play Senegal on Sunday in the opening game of the tournament. Nigerians' other group opponents are Egypt and Mozambique.
Still in sport, host the Shooting Star Sports Club of Ibadan on Sunday were held by Aqua United to a 2-2 draw in a Week 9 MPFL Group A draw played at the Lagos Salami Stadium, Adamasingba in Ibadan. Joshua Akpan got the home fans roaring in the 15th minute, but United's Uche Collins made this ephemeral by netting an equalizer 5 minutes after. Amadou Liman restored United's advantage in the 25th minute, but league veteran Ajani Ibrahim ensured parity when he scored in the added minutes of the first half. There is no stopping Group A leaders. The Bendel Insurance, who ensured they opened a 7-point gap over Eyimba, beating the People's Elephant by a lone goal at the Ogbemudia Stadium in Benin.
Alex Iwobi has taken to social media to react to Everton's at 4-1-0 win over Leeds United in an English Premier League encounter at Goodison Park on Saturday. It was a good omen for the trophies when Seamus Coleman, of all people, opened the scoring in the 64th minute, assisted by Iwobi. Everton have not lost any of the 28 matches in which Coleman has scored for the trophies. The defender's shot from an almost impossible angle reached the Leeds United goalkeeper Kylian Messiah, who was expecting a cross.
Olympic legend Michael Johnson took to social media to hit out at Tiger Woods after the latter apologized for his controversial tampon prank to an opponent. Woods handed his younger rival Justice Thomas a tampon after outdriving him in the first round of the PGA Tour event at the Riviera Golf Club in California. However, Johnson didn't hesitate to lash out at the golf legend and stressed that Woods has not managed to learn from his mistakes.
And before rounding it up this morning on headlines, the football team of the Sports Writers Association of Nigeria Swan Oyo State Chapter Ibadan Friday walked over their counterpart from the Ibadan Recreation Club as the host team refused to show up. Contrary to expectations, the IRC football team, which had earlier posted that they would trash Oyo Swan, could not make good their promise. And with that sports week, we have come to the end of today's edition of Redlines. Join our colleagues tomorrow for another interesting package. And from the producer of this program, Osunayo Ayigbayo, and the production advisor at Ibola Babatunde, my name is Ushola Ebere for End.
Olubumi Ajiboye Agwola.
And we say
good morning.
There's no one I can turn to.
It's entertaining. It's educating. Really informative. Qualitative news as it breaks. It's OSBC